Today, we're talking about starting a conversation with a woman in person. No, this does not mean at bars, clubs, or lounges. This could be at a park, at a bookstore, at a mall, anywhere where you're just already going to. It doesn't have to be so hard. You don't have to really take time out of your day and go somewhere you really wouldn't. Women are everywhere. Single women are everywhere. You know your area best, so I do suggest to go to an area where you probably know people around your age are hanging out at. And I do want to note that even during a 2020 pandemic, are people still meeting each other in person? Yes. Because then it's just about where you go. I've seen my own clients meet women on hiking trails, at parks, at beaches, anywhere, because people are still obviously outside. Obviously, they're practicing the social distancing and even wearing a mask. People still crave connection. So make sure that you realize women are everywhere right as you step outside the door in every location you probably go. It's all about making the move. So how do you actually do that without being a creep or freaking her out? Well, first and foremost, the first step to how to start a conversation with a woman in person, well, is by making sure you ask or make a comment about the environment. That is the only thing that you two share in common. Right? So if anyone has ever suggested you to just go up to a girl and say, "Hi, I'm Bob, what's your name?" It's not the greatest suggestion, because at that moment, remember that you're a complete stranger. This is a cold approach. So women will wonder, why are you talking to me? What do you want? Are you trying to sell me something? They're already wondering that. So you want the approach to be more warm and easy to kind of go into, right? And if someone asks me a question like, "Oh, what coffee do you think, I should get? What do you think about this? Wow, it's a crazy time right now at the mall, huh? Hey, what kind of breed is your dog?" Women don't really hesitate. You're just asking a question that you're observing, and that's okay. All right, so of course there is the exception of, obviously, if you're at a networking event, a meetup group, anywhere where you're actually gathering to meet new people. Of course, that's where the typical introduction is totally okay. But I'm talking about cold approaches here. So once again, utilize the common environment, and it's best, a little hint for you here, it's best to ask about her thoughts or recommendation on it. So if you're standing in a line at a Starbucks, like I said, maybe asking what she's planning to get, what would she suggest? If you're at a bookstore, she's holding a book, you can probably ask about, what do you think about that author? I see that you're holding that. Grocery store, if she's holding avocados, which this actually happened to me one time, I was looking at avocados and someone asked, "You know what you look like, you look like you know what you're doing. How can I tell if avocado is ripe or not? Can I help?" The second thing I want to talk about in regards to how to start a conversation with a woman in person is, well, to make sure you talk about yourself. That is key. I cannot tell you how many times I've personally even experienced this, and I've seen this happen as well, where the man just starts asking a lot of questions. And once again, remember that women have no idea who you are. So it's at least helpful to give what you're even asking context. So with the example of the avocados, right? I'm looking at avocados, he asks me about it, but then he says, "Oh, I'm trying to make guacamole for the Super Bowl party and I'm not very great at this stuff, so that's why I'm asking." See, just by that simple information shared, I already feel safe and comfortable. So making sure that you talk about yourself when you are beginning in that conversation, so that she understands a little bit more of why you are there, why you're approaching her, and she gets to learn more about you. The third thing is, with every response she gives, make sure that you respond as well and validate what she's saying. That way she feels heard. And that way you're just, once again, not rolling off a bunch of questions just to find out more about her. It's about, "Oh, that's really cool that you like that book," or "It's really cool that you know so much about that." All right, that's it. Making sure that if you validate, if you say a little bit about yourself, and if you utilize a common environment so that you can ask a question to get her thoughts or recommendations on, it's a pretty safe bet that a woman won't slap you or look at you really, really odd because of it. That, once again, you are a stranger. So you want to be able to provide that kind of safety to the woman just by starting the conversation with ease And then as the conversation keeps going, that's when you can be curious, ask more questions, build that connection. But that's something we'll talk about later. For now, it's just about starting a conversation with someone coldly. And also remember that if you do all of that and you really feel like you're doing your best and you're being respectful, know that if a woman still rolls her eyes at you or walks away and doesn't respond, there are so many factors into why she does that. But probably the main thing I hope you get out of that is that she's probably not for you if she's already giving you such a cold response. It could mean a lot of things that are going on for her in her own past experiences, and a lot of times it's not about you. But that is the best way to start a conversation or approach a lady in person. No cheesy pickup lines, nothing like that. Just easing in with the common environment and taking it as it goes, keeping curious. And in another video, I will show you how to transition so you actually get her number, but that's the video for today. I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you at the next one.